I've gotten a chance to read the first two issues of the new Batman series by Matt Fraction and Jorge Jimenez. Let's talk about that right now. Hello, everyone. Dan here from the Next Issue Podcast. On today's video, we're going to go deep into this new era of Batman. Now, this is the DC Connect from July, which obviously is the first announcement that we got from this new era of Batman by Matt Fraction and Jorge Jimenez. Now, there's a lot of stuff to go over. I won't be going into any details or spoiler, maybe the synopsis, because that has been readily available. But before we get into all that, let me tell you, I am so excited after reading the first two issues. I think Matt Fraction is bringing something new, something different, something special, but it still also feels very true to Batman. We're going to watch a video from Batman, a little interview with Matt Fraction where he talks a little bit more about that. And then I think you know my feelings on Jorge Jimenez. He is, to me, not only a super prolific artist, but just overall one of my favorite artists on Batman, and just a really great comic book artist overall. I love his designs; they're so stylized and they're so action oriented. Now, the status quo of Batman is kind of a mess because the city itself is a mess, right? Gotham City has been left in shambles after everything that's been going on, including uh, have Commissioner Vandal Savage, which really disrupts the relationship that Batman had been going on with law enforcement in Gotham City. So there's a lot to talk about. Like I said, I'm not going to get into any spoilers or any details that haven't been released. So let's get into all that. First up, we're going to look at this interview from writer Matt Fraction. All right. Here is an interview. You can watch this on the DC YouTube channel, but let's see what he has to say about this new iteration of Batman.
I'm Matt Fraction, and I'm the new writer of Batman. I have a lot of ideas and a lot of plans and a lot of cool stories to tell. We've got a new Batmobile. We've got a new costume. It's very superhero forward kind of take of Batman. There's a lot of detectiving. There's a lot of supervillains. The bad guys are making Gotham City work for them in a way that has never happened before. And they're so good at it and they're so deft at it that it looks like there's no crime happening. With Jorge Jimenez on art, he's a dream. He's incredible. Both of us are trying to make this like the Batman book we most wish we could read in the world. It's Batman #1. There's only been like 3 or 4 of those. I think part of the reason Batman has lasted as long and has resonated as loudly as he has as a character is it's incredibly resilient. There's icons and then there's icons. The character I'm most excited to write that isn't Batman is Bruce Wayne. This book is a two-hander.
I like that a lot.
Batman and Bruce are the two co-leads.
Now, I don't know about you guys, but I heard a lot of things that I really, really love to hear when it comes to approaching the character, including that Matt Fraction is he's very excited to write this in the voice of Bruce Wayne as well, a two-hander, right? We don't only get to see uh, the thoughts from Batman himself, but also the character of Bruce Wayne now, how that character feels and how that character acts. That's going to be very interesting. Now, DC also released a quick blog a little while ago, the big press release. This is pretty old, actually from February, but I think it says a lot about what this book is going to be. So, first of all, as Matt Fraction mentioned on the video, Batman is only the 4th time that has been renumbered to a #1. Now, obviously, a lot of those times have been a lot more recently. But I think it's very cool. We get to see some really cool shots of Batman by Jorge Jimenez, some designs, the belt. It all looks very tactical. I really, really like that. Also, talking about even the cape itself has changed in its design. For this new chapter, they are crafting a revamped aesthetic for Batman. The blue suit is definitely a new way to go with that as well. I think it definitely feels a lot more superhero forward, just like Matt Fraction mentioned, and just these little small things. I think it's all about the details with Batman. So I think the team is definitely doing that very well. Fraction Jimenez with Tom and Moray on colors and letters by Clem Cowles will be telling a series of connected but self-contained stories. Now, I think that's also very important because comic books, sometimes it's really hard to jump on them, right? Obviously, this number one is giving a whole new audience an opportunity to jump in, but that also means that if you missed a couple of months, like you're really behind. One of the things that I really enjoy about the Ryan North Fantastic Four was that every issue really felt like its own thing, and I feel like this is also the plan. I also really enjoyed that Matt Fraction mentioned that he had a lot of ideas for this, so I'm very excited to see what that means. We also have seen this new suit, right? The one behind me in the cover there. I think that's going to be very exciting because it's not the same suit that we've seen. Now, speaking of covers, there's a whole lot of variants. So let's go take a look at them because you're gonna want to pre-order a lot of that stuff at your shop. All right, here are some variants. Of course, this is the main variant. Now, this is from League of Comic Geeks, so if you want to check that out, that's where you should go. This is the main cover by Jorge Jimenez. I love the little Batman here in the corner box. I love that stuff. I love the new Batman logo as well. Next, we have the Jim Lee connecting cover. So, there's going to be a lot more to this as well. Jim Lee and Scott Williams with Tom and Murray. Now, you can see we also have different iterations of Robins and a few more mysterious characters. It looks like Anarchy here's in the back. Now, uh, I won't say anything more than that. We have this really cool cover as well by Mark Silvestri. DC really bringing out a lot of the big guns for these variant covers because it is a number one. It is an impactful event. So I love that they are. It feels like they really are giving it its due. J. Scott Campbell, which you don't normally see Scott Campbell draw the superhero guys, right? It's very much a lot of the female superheroes, and very um, in various forms. But this is really interesting to kind of see him go back to a big muscly superhero. We also have the Frank Wiley cover, a little bit more of a smile on Batman, which I really love as well. Uh, Updated the suit, and even included his signature on the utility belt. I really like that as well. We have this Gabriel Delato. So I love that all the artists are really going. Like I'm sure Jorge Jimenez and DC gave all the artists the designs so that they could pretty much go based off of that. But the blue and the cape is what really stands out in a lot of these as well. This is the Julian Totino Tedesco. I love his stuff. Feels very classic. Feels very clean as well. Really like that as well. We have the symbol. These are the foil covers with just a symbol. DC's been doing these on a lot of the new series, but mainly for Batman, they've had one for pretty much every new era as of recent. And then, of course, we are now back to the Jorge Jimenez, but this is the Virgin. I see there's no title. There's no title. There's nothing here. It's just a verb. There's like 27 of these, so we're gonna be here a minute. Art Germ, of course. Once again, Art Germ always draws a lot of the female characters, but it's really cool to see just his take on these male superheroes as well. The blank cover, which you can get a sketch at a convention, which you guys know I always do. Andy Kubert, I love how the coloring is very different on this, right? Very red forward. I really like that, and I love how the little logo is here in the back from the light from the blimp. This gives me a lot of feels from the Batman the Animated Series world. Um, Oh, David Aja. I mean, speaking of Matt Fraction, David Aja and Matt Fraction go a long way back. Right? They did the really one of the best series in comics overall. That Hawkeye series over at Marvel. So, okay, this seems like we're not there yet with the 1 in 1,000 and the 1 in 500. So we have the Qbert. This is going to be looks like they're going to be doing blind bags as well. So this is going to be a if you don't know what a blind bag is, it's a poly bag that you don't really know what's going on. You don't really know which cover you're getting, so it's going to be kind of random. So make sure to go pre-order those at your shop. Those are going to go very fast for sure. We got some more blind bag foils. So all the same covers we've been looking at, they're going to be as a foil version of them as well, and that's why there's so many of these. We still have a bunch of these to go. So it looks like we're kind of getting to the end of that. I love seeing all these without any of the trade dress, just the art itself. So, and here we are back to Jimenez's number one. So, very exciting stuff. To kind of close out this video, I really loved the first two issues of this new Batman series. It's first of all very welcoming to the fans. It looks beautiful, fantastic. Like Jorge Jimenez, just when you think that an artist has reached their peak, he climbs to another level. It's incredible stuff. It's also very different from the previous iterations of Batman that we've seen in the past few years, which I really appreciate. I love when something feels fresh and new and inviting to a new audience. Matt Fraction has such a stellar record, right? He had been doing television for a little while, but I'm so glad that they have brought him back to the comics. So I'm very excited for that as well. And I just think that if this feels like the summer of superheroes and getting back to all that. And I know this is the summer of Superman, but man, oh man, let's get back to it. Let's get back to the Dark Knight. I saw something online where somebody said that Frank Miller had kind of ruined the fun Batman for generations of readers, and Kurt Busiek refuted that. And look, I'm gonna take Kurt Busiek's word for it. If he can explain to you, because I can't put it into words, but Batman is such a flexible, malleable character that you can really inject any type of story in it, and as long as it's good, it's a good story. It's gonna work. Which is one of the other things I love about Batman as well. So I'm very excited for people to get into this. I'm very excited for people to start exploring this over the summer. I've met so many people that just really want to get into comics because of the success of Superman and the Thunderbolts and the Fantastic Four. Like, it feels like this summer movies are really bringing people back into the source material, which is the main reason we do stuff here at Next Issue Podcast. We just want you all to read comic books, and we try to give you the ones that we like. So very excited for this. Also, big shout out to the marketing team over at DC Comics. Thank you very much for sending over those previews. I'll be very happy. Make sure to go to your comic shop and pre-order Batman #1 and subscribe to the series. Add it to your pull list. A lot of comic books have a discount for pull list subscribers, so make sure to do that, because if you pre-order, then their numbers are more accurate, and then they lose less money by having comic books left over or not ordering enough, right? It's always a shame when you go into a comic shop, you're looking for a book and it's not there. But part of it is on you, because unfortunately, because of the way that the comic book medium works, pre-ordering is the best way to make sure that you're going to get your comic book. So that's all I got to say about Batman #1. I hope you're excited. I hope you're as excited as I am. So we'll be talking more about this. I'll have a full-on review of the issues as they come out. If you like my reviews on the channel, it's going to be very similar to that. I'm also just trying to put it together. Like, I'm just trying to do other kind of programming to kind of lead us up until to this Batman #1. So stay tuned for all that. As always, thank you for watching, everyone. Remember to share, like, subscribe, hit the bell so you know when we go live. That is most Saturdays, 10 a.m. Central Standard Time. And stay tuned. We have more comic reviews, trailer reactions, TV recaps, all that fun stuff here in the channel. Thank you for watching, everyone. Bye-bye.